People 90.3 FM. My name is Mary Onaife Debbie. Today is the 16th day in the month of March. Another day for us to look at the headlines and look at some of the trending stories in Nigeria. I have different newspapers and I'll give you the headlines as always. This is the front page review, a show where we look at newspaper headlines and look at some of the news stories that making the headlines that people are talking about. Rufai Oseni will join me in the conversation to analyze some of the stories here. So without wasting time, let us move straight to the papers. We are starting with the Punch newspaper this morning. Now, the first headline here says, new Naira pains persist despite fresh CBN orders. INEC Wike plotting to rig a governorship election. Parties allege. Election materials. PDP article withdraw court application against INEC. Also from the Punch this morning, Lagos train crash, 66 patients out of hospital, health commissioner. Now to the Vanguard newspaper, 84 houses destroyed over leadership tussle in Ondo community. Peter Obi ministry recalled, investigate Lagos principal who sent student home. And now to the Nation's newspaper, Clark Adebanjo others criticize February 25th presidential polls. And the federal government shifts population housing census till May. The story is on the Nation's newspaper. Still on the Nation's, supporting Asiwaju has reconnected rivers to federal government, says Wike. And we have one here that says that the police mop up 182 illicit arms. The story is on the Nation's. Now to the Daily Trust newspaper, Lagos queries principal who sent student home for wrapping book with Obi poster. The story is on Daily Trust. Nigeria returns to UN peacekeeping operation. And federal government to seek investigation into killing of Nigerians in Europe. A Nigerian in European prison, says the Nigerian in Diaspora Commission. And also here from the Daily Trust, IPOB ranked world's 10th deadliest group. You get the full story on the Daily Trust newspaper. Nigerians' inflation rises above 21% amid cash scarcity. And to this day newspaper, Ahmed federal government to abolish petrol subsidy before May 29, attribute delay to 2023 election. Ahmed, federal government to abolish petrol subsidy before May 29, attribute delay to 2023 elections. And the writer here says, urges incoming administration to raise VAT to 10%. Ghana phases out petrol subsidy. And finally, from this day newspaper, concerns mount over governor's moves to rig Saturday's pools by all means. The report is on this day newspaper. And let's see. We have a story here from the Punch, says Oro rights to end before Saturday's election, says Allege. Now, these are the headlines this morning from different newspapers. Let me see if I could get some of the headlines from the Sun newspaper this morning. Okay, one here says INEC PDP reach truce on inspection of election materials. And man bags life imprisonment for defiling minor in Lagos. And Senator Sani decries killings, donate relief materials to victims. And fish out killers of Enugu Labour Party senatorial candidate, says MPA. The headlines from the Sun newspaper. Now, these are the headlines this morning. We'll now proceed to look at some of the stories, the hot topics in the news. But when the phone lines are open, you can contribute on any of the headlines you've heard you could talk more about it. So now I connect with Rufai and we'll start the conversation. We are streaming on YouTube. You could join us there on YouTube. Join our growing community on YouTube and Facebook. We have Rufai Seni on the line with us this morning. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning.
Yeah, welcome to the program. Okay, now we have the elections, the governorship election that is going to happen this Saturday, and there are lots of talks around it, all not so good. You hear of there might be cases of rigging. We see it in the headlines, and different headlines this morning are saying that the concerns are mounting over governor's move to rig the Saturday polls. So tension is high in places like River, Edo, Enugu, Kano, Katsina, Cross Rivers. We have just 48 hours to the governorship and state houses of assembly elections, and these concerns are heightening. They said that there are possibility of extrajudicial means of compromising the process. That's one, and also delay the upload of results, and also making sure that the beavers do not really work, and all of that. So there are lots of reports saying that the elections that will happen on Saturday, there might be cases of rigging in some of these states. So this is from this day newspaper. I'd like you to comment on the elections that's going to happen on Saturday. Do you think that with what we have learned from the presidential election, do you think that the process, the Saturday's election, the process will be better than the presidential election that we had? Have we learned?
We have not learned anything. As long as politicians have not learned to shun wickedness, there will still be cases of rigging in this Saturday election. But you see, the only solution is the vigilance by people. People should be vigilant, raise alarm, and ensure that we call on the security authorities to protect people. All their plans was what was revealed in the paper. They want to do well to sabotage beavers. They want to ensure that IRS doesn't work.
Yes.
They are planning with resident electoral officers to be able to rig at all costs. Apart from those states of Rivers, Benue, and a couple of other states, it's happening all over the states of the Federation. So people should be vigilant. And the first way to break the cycle of rigging is when people come out massively to vote. The results are easy to change when people do not come out massively to vote. When you come out massively to vote, there's a lot of pressure on them. So please, try as much as possible, come out massively to vote, bond together, all right, and ensure that you stay together. And anybody that's trying to come and carry any what they call polling box or anything, call on the security authorities. And the security authorities must stand tall, because I also hear that in some states they are paying them, and they even want to use state creation of security authorities to be able to foment trouble. They must stand tall, and the state must protect the people. And another thing, we must not have any set. And the electoral materials must arrive on time. Another tactic they want to use to read is to deliberately delay INEC from delivering electoral materials so that they will be able to sympathize people. They must stand tall.
And I think that we should be vigilant. When you go to the polls on Saturday, you should be vigilant. Watch the body language of the INEC officials and watch their body language. Be vigilant. Have your phones so that you could record.
And also, when you record, please stand properly. Stand DOP. When you see anything at the polling unit that's on towards, and take the polling unit, the word, and every detail possible, so that people can chronicle this as evidence. Please.
Yes, because
but be prepared like the Boy Scouts, because there's people are going to come out. There's going to be all sorts of shenanigans in terms of traditional rights and things like that. No, those things are not good. Close to election. Let's not create chaos or distraction.
You know, prominent in all of this state, if you look at the news, you see Wike coming out and saying that Wike is planning to rig the election. It's in different newspapers, and also I think I also saw him this morning saying that him siding, says supporting Asiwaju has reconnected Rivers to the federal government. That's what he also says. So all I think.
I don't like to comment or analyze on his matter any longer. At first, he's a lame dog government is well on his way. Secondly, there's a lot of confusion. In one breath, says Peter Obi is a hero. Secondly, says supporting Asiwaju is reconnecting to the center. Thirdly, says, oh, I will never be able to support APC for anything. The videos are there when he said that. So what should we believe now? He said 4 different things in 4 different times. And he said he would never be able to support everything. It was just a couple of months ago before the election. So, I mean, when he says, what's it called? Anyway, it will soon be late up. So, it's already late up. So, it will soon be out of it. I'm not sure news editors will be able to cover it.
You know, some are even saying that he had successfully misled the fantastic 5 governors, the 5 governors that were against Atiku then, saying that IU must resign. He was their leader.
No, I will never blame Wike for the other 5 governors. Don't they have a mind of their own? So if you blame Wike, that means you are saying that their children, they don't have a mind of their own. Is Sheima Kinde a child? Is it able to a child? Even some of these people are probably older than Wike. So don't they have a mind of their own? And if they say you should go a certain way, would you go that? Can't you make an empirical thought yourself? For that one, they don't blame Wike for adults thinking out to them. They chose to follow him. Simple as that.
Yes, even before the election, you know, Governor Autumn came out to tell us who he was supporting. Now to another news this morning. It's a ranking. IPOB ranked world's 10th deadliest group. Now, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has been ranked as the 10th deadliest terror group in the world. IPOB, a separatist group, was prescribed and declared a terrorist organization by the federal government in 2017. And according to the 2023 Global Terrorism Index, that's GIT, with 40 attacks and 57 deaths in 2022, is considered the group's deadliest year. So now this report is saying that IPOB has been ranked as the 10th deadliest group. And in the list again, I think, let me see, there are other people in the list. I think number 1 in the list is the Islamic State West African province, ISWAP, ranked number 6 with 219 deaths and 65 attacks, followed by Boko Haram, which is responsible for 204 deaths and 64 attacks. So that's some of the ranking this morning. I think topping the list is the Islamic State. The Islamic State, they topped the list with how many deaths now? 1,045 deaths and 410 attacks. Now, concerning this ranking, IPOB ranked number 10. What are your thoughts?
Mary, if you ask me honestly, what are my thoughts?
Yeah.
I start as a person that terror groups have not taken so much ranking in our country as regards the world, that in a country like Nigeria, you have 2 terror groups being ranked 10 in the world. IPOB number 10, Boko Haram another place, and probably many other groups. And it's a hero of failure of leadership. And these are not the kind of lists I want Nigeria to be on as a nation. I want Nigeria to be on the list of top 10 productive technology companies in the world, top 10 productive intellectuals in the world. That would be a ranking that would make me happy. But you're asking for my commentary on my country, my dear country, the only country I know that 2 of the terror groups that are destroying and terrorizing people in this country, killing people, are being ranked first. It's not going to make me happy now. Because I want the best for my country, and that's why I shout every day that people don't understand. They say I'm emotional. These are the things that make me cry every day. They are not being ranked for anything good. It's always on the bad, wrong we are. The other day, People are talking about chat GPT, intellectual property, what you call the technological development, what the governor of a state in my country was being talk about was how he was sitting down and drinking 40-year-old whiskey. A public gathering. These are the things that make me sad. Even because a lot of people forget. I was being an analyst. I'm a patron. I only get one passport. So that I can't get other passports. But that to show you how much of a patriot I am. And when I hear this thing about the country I love so much, it doesn't make me happy. And only to think that most of these things were caused by failure of leadership. And my country is fast becoming a pariah state. So I feel very sad if you want to get a response from me. And I hope that someday soon, Nigeria will rank among the top 10 industrial successful nations, development group and development agencies, doing well. You know my country will be started for negativity. It breaks my heart. And that's why I hope our leaders are listening and they should do well and do right by the people. And do well so that the country will be able to do well.
Yeah, thank you for that comment. It's not a good one at all when you see such ranking, having Nigeria ranked number 10, number 6, and number 7 as a terrorist group. It doesn't speak well.
We have 3 terrorist groups that are ranked 10 in the world. Can you imagine that? For a country that is blessed in human resource and natural resource, for a country that should be ranked part of the top 10 superpowers if we get leadership right, or part of the top 10 industrial powers of the world, for a country that should be part of the first 10 economies in the world, for a country that is GDP should be nothing less than 5 to 10 trillion if we had gotten it right. What ranking are we seeing? 10 terrorist groups. My heart beats for Nigeria. But I know this country will be a beacon of success and restoration to the world. I see a resurgence for good in this country. I want this country to do well. I want it to do well. And I know we will eat the fruit of that. We will celebrate Nigeria's greatness someday.
Amen to that. We will live to see Nigeria do great. I'm getting good news about Nigeria all over the world.
Amen.
To another one here, it's about the census. It was supposed to happen on March 29th. Now it's been postponed to May. So we're having the census in May. I think this is a welcome development, given that how March has been a very busy month for Nigerians and just finished February, election in February and March. So it's been shifted now to May. So we are preparing for the census, the population census and housing census. And you know the importance of census for any economy. The importance it's very vital. But what do you think of the census? Do you think that we should even do it this year?
I think the census is long overdue in the first place. We ought to have had it long ago, but we didn't have the census then. I'm happy it's happening now. Yes, they said they are postponing because of elections and all of that. But please, I would like to beg us, let's not politicize the census. I was making a joke the other day that census have now become so political that we have 2 elections now. After the election, they will have another election of census because we all know the developmental strike. So please, let's not politicize the census. Let's try as much as possible to make it free, fair, credible. Let's not overcount. Let's not skew counting in favor of some people over some people. And let Nigeria be able to plan with the data it has.
Okay. Before I let you go, I'd like you to respond to this story. There are 2 actually, but let's see if I could squeeze the 2 in. It's one here says Lagos queries a principal who sent student home for wrapping book with obese poster. Now the child from this school, Odumola Secondary School in Ekpe, sent a 10-year-old student one marvelous home over political poster. Now, the principal said that she wrapped her book with the poster of Peter Obi, and he sent the child home. There is a paper here. The mother posted it on social media that everybody come and see what happened. My innocent child went to school, wrapped her book with Peter Obi poster, and she was sent home. Was sent to go home. It wrote here that campaign hereby permitted to go home to campaign for Peter Obi against the wish of Lagosians. So that's what it is. So when the mother raised alarm, Lagos State has now queried the principal for such behavior.
I'm happy Lagos is accepting, but shame on the principal and shame on those in the civil service that are getting overly political. Hope they know that principals, all of them, the civil service, are to be able to do their job diligently, irrespective of politicization of the civil service. And for those forcing civil service that you must put a certain political party, I think that's very wrong. So the Lagos state government must take blame for this because they started all of this.
Yeah.
We should be careful in this country. Shame on the principal. If a child raps a what's it called, why are you politicizing a 10-year-old or less than a 10-year-old child? What kind of rubbish have we even started doing in this country? What kind of rubbish have we started doing in this country? And that's the kind of society we've built. You know, we've lost leadership. We've lost societal and moral compass. We've lost our focus. And there needs to be a lot of reawakening and mental resuscitation. We've lost stability, honestly, as a country.
Now,
a principal that's supposed to impact knowledge is politicizing the issue with child in the class. It could be an innocent mistake. Did the child come and campaign for Peter in the class? No. Does the child even have a political view?
No.
Probably yes, she might have, based on what she heard. But that doesn't mean anything. The child is not even eligible to vote. Is she?
She's 10 years. She's not.
She's just 10 years. So what level of madness is going on in this society? This over-politicization of everything.
Okay. Quickly, Rufai, I'd like you to comment on this story before we go for the commercials. It says the Oro rights to end before Saturday's election. Now, Oba of Elegushi says that...
I don't think they should do Oro in the first place.
You've heard the story. You've heard the story that he said they have to do this Oro. You know how important Oro is for our tradition. Every tradition has their culture.
I know Oro is an important traditional fixture, but Oro's timing is not cast in stone. There are elections on ground. Let's not over politicize and heat up them. This is related to elections. Because you see, yes, you will end Oro by 5 o'clock. But the thought of Oro alone will have scared some people off. Let's not deceive ourselves. We know what's going on. All of a sudden, it's a couple of days to election, you announce Oro.
Yes.
Why did you do it last Saturday? Oro is just a cleansing right. It could be done after election. But anyway, they've achieved the distraction they want to achieve. By announcing the Oro, it already caused massive distraction. So it's already achieved. So we know.
There are some people that will go to their polling unit very early. That the last election, some people had to sleep in the election area so that they could.
So they've already caused the distraction. So can they push the Oro forward? So why is there all of a sudden? Last week they postponed the election, they did Oro. Why did they do it last week? Why is it now before the election they did Oro? We know what is going on. Only to think this person in question, maybe it's not this person in question. We saw what happened in front of his polling unit now. When people chased away, there were copious evidence that people said that the thugs that chased them away came from around the area. When he came on microphone, what did he say? He said we saw so many strange faces of people we don't know in our area. So people that are relocated to come and vote in your area, they should be pushed away a bit. Didn't he say that? Didn't he say that? Because we saw a lot of people and strange faces vote in our area. Wasn't it in front of his palace that he did all things they did? Why do we deceive ourselves so much?
Thank you.
Why do we deceive ourselves so much? It was caught on camera. It was shown on TV. And when he was interviewed that, they did this in front of the power, what did he say? He said, we saw a lot of strange faces and everything. But these people, they thought their polling unit here. Or maybe he didn't know that INEC relocated people's polling unit.
Okay. So we need to go for a commercial break now. Thank you so much, Rufai. I would have loved to talk, but let's go. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
For this Naija wey we dey so, say you no hold cash no mean say wahala dey o. You wan send money to Male for Villa, just use Momo. You wan buy recharge card or data, just use Momo. You wan pay for market wey you buy, just use Momo. You fit use Momo run plenty things without cash. As long as you get Momo account, no cash, no wahala. And e dey easy to open o. Just dial *671# to open Momo account. Set your PIN, transfer money from your bank account inside your Momo account. Make you fit dey pay for anything, send and receive money sharp because life dey simple with Momo.
Papa, mama, brother, sister, this Lagos must work for all of us. Everybody ja fun Eko.
Oh yes, Lagos people, papa, mama, sister, brother, auntie, plus including uncle them. Better don land for Lagos State gidigba. Money wey be for Lagos State, then go use am for Lagos State. Wella, no more baba sope. Dem no go chop Lagos State money. Nobody go pocket Lagos State. Dem go take am build Lagos State, build road, build hospital, build houses, and na only one man fit do this job. His name na Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor. He come carry one ogbonge person as the deputy governor. Her name na Funke Akindele. My people, wetin we dey wait for? Make we vote for light, vote for change. No be the kind change wey dem vote before. This one na the original change. How Amumu don do? Pay dey pay.
Everybody ja fun Eko. Papa, mama.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Light Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
If you're looking for a place to relax and find comfort, the right place to be is the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel. At the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, we offer excellent services to our clients and customers. We serve high quality wines at our restaurant and bar, while our continental dish is second to none. At the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, located on 42 Muritala Mohammed International Airport Road, our rooms are in conformity with international standard and best practices. We accord priority to security for all our guests. Breakfast is free.
That's how I do.
Yay! And we have standard facilities for your seminar and training. For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-7003-333.
Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist, you know. That's how I do.
24/7 around the world, non-stop. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. The phone numbers to call is 0700 903 903 903. The phone lines are open for you to join the conversation this morning. The contribute. You've heard the headlines from different newspapers, and we'll discuss some of the hot topics. What's your take in all of this? Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mary.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, this Great calling from Ijebu.
Welcome, Mr. Great. Go ahead.
Mary, you see all this ethnic card we are playing in Nigeria is going to consume all of us. Sending an innocent child who did not knows anything. when we are small, we can even take any paper and wrap our destiny, our this, you understand? We don't even know anything in our book here. We don't even know anything about it. You understand? And if you see, government always, it depends on the government. When I remember when Boko Haram started, they didn't go with gun. They're just protesting. We don't want Western education because if they see people who get that Western education, I say there's so much corruption or there's so much corrupt. You understand? I protested peacefully. There's no gun there. They don't know anything about gun. It can be inside there and go on protest. Police now go and gun them down and take their cops away. They continue and contract. At the end of the day, they arm themselves to defend themselves. If government could have let us dialogue with these people, can IPOP exist today, Mary? Can IPOP exist today? Can Boko Haram exist today? What the Nigerian government is only violent. Let us go and clear them. Then life is not like that. Life is not like that. What I try to tell Nigerians, especially Lagosians, all the 18 card we are playing, go and look Hotel Rwanda. Go and look for that. I'm telling all these people, go and look at this Hotel Rwanda. Go and find it and watch that film and see what happened in Rwanda. And take over between Tutsi and Hutu. Let them go and look Hotel Rwanda. Nobody is afraid of death. Nobody is afraid of violence. Nobody is manipulated of violence. Everybody, I can defend myself anywhere, anytime. They have to stop this rubbish. Let us go. If we say if you are perfect, you believe in yourself. Maybe you are political. Go out and campaign. If people love you, they vote for you. You can't force me to do what I doesn't want to do. You can't force people to do what they doesn't want to do. How long can we continue with this mess? Look at Nigeria. I saw a woman in Nigeria who is begging. In Canada. And the girl, I said on Facebook, when they're asking, why are you here? He said Nigeria, because Nigeria is God, the government are corrupt. He said, why you Africa always run to Africa, to Europe, to live with your white man? Why can't they manage the economy? It's something the woman or listen in Canada. How long can we continue with this mess? Are you happy with the poverty? Are you happy with the way Nigeria is going?
Thank you.
Don't have a future. It's painful.
Thank you so much, Mr. Great. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
What's your name? Okay, welcome, Mr. Emmanuel.
Thank you. I've listened to the series of interviews that have been put through, and then I quite appreciate its concise elaborate expansion. It's been it's thrilling and it's on point. And well, the only thing I will say is this, like I will always say, let's not be deterred. Let's not be discouraged. Whatever the antics people are putting up, whatever things they are doing, just to make sure they discourage and maybe I would say these things they do exist in every state in Nigeria. But it's just that when some people are they have been brainwashed to believe that it is a do or die affair. Things are planted into people by those they believe are much more maybe sound, but not knowing that they themselves who are youth, who are being used to carry out all these things. These people who have sent you, they won't be no more. And then you who is youth, you now face those you victimized in the past. It's just a thing of common sense. I don't know. We are trying to patch things and people are just making sure there are leakages every year. Let's not people be deterred because freedom is not easy. To get the kind of freedom that will make the people free, mentally, psychologically, it's going to take a lot. Let's not just look at what is on ground, but we need the ground to perform the things we need to do to get it right. Well, the only thing I will say is this. In as much as there is a God in heaven, the one that sees in the secret and reveals in the open, let everyone who are just there to create issues and they frustrate freedom for the people, those ones, I know, they will not last the test of time. I know.
Yeah,
because
thank you.
If we have come with one mind, so let us make the country better. We should be given that chance to do that. I am telling you. But I believe that with God on our side, victory is certain.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you. We'll be taking WhatsApp messages very soon and YouTube messages. So you could send your messages now, 0700 903 9039. That's for the WhatsApp. Then I'll take your message. For calls is 0700 903 903. Turn down the volume. Yeah. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, how are you, my sister?
I'm fine, Mr. Peter Motse. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Now, Mary,
yes.
We reported the other time after the presidential election, all the troubles that were happening to people from the southeast. I want to give you my personal experience on this one.
Okay.
I have my shop around Mushin side, and I live in Shomolu. And do you know that on the 27th, that was Tuesday, one of my daughters in the Lord called me, a Yoruba girl. I said, please don't come to shop today. I said, what's happening? He said, that he mentioned some areas, mentioned Adoshion, he mentioned Lugbeju bypass, he mentioned Ebeyemi, he mentioned Odogbolu that is close to my place, that they are destroying things there and fighting people. Mary, not the problem I'm having. When you call, because of your personal experience, you want to mention them, they say, don't mention them. You want to talk, don't do this. How can we get this thing eradicated? When you don't mention who is doing something so that they can go after that, this thing will continue. This hatred, this antagonism on people from the south will continue. Then how can somebody come and tell a little child that you are campaigning for Peter B that here? We don't do that. How can you tell me that if you don't vote for APC, then you leave this place, you go back to your place? Is it a must? Is it how we used to do this politics before? Maybe all those complaints and the ones that are happening now, what has the government done about it? What has the police, have they arrested those people? Has the government done anything apart from this one that the government queries the principal to a 10-year-old child that you sent away from school? When I was in school, then we used anything to wrap our papers, our books. And now you send a child away because of this? Maybe when they say we are one, I tell them that it is because of the Niger Delta oil. That's what makes us one. If there is no oil there, we will not be this one we are talking about. Let's face the fact, I beg. Now, by Lekushi, I started the phone again. The first one that he did, they just interviewed, because of this. Have they done anything to him? Have they reprimanded him? No. We will not do that. Then tomorrow the result will come out. INEC will declare the winner. You will legitimize that kind of election that happened under intimidation. And then people will tell you, hey, let's move ahead. Let's get the peace in Nigeria. Where can you get peace without justice, Mary? Without togetherness, without understanding, you can never get peace. See, if Nigeria continues like this, especially this Lagos, Mary, I've been in Lagos for more than 30 years. I know where I met in Lagos. I know Yoruba man that I live in his house. When I want to go and pay house rent, he will tell me, no, hold it. If you have anything that's falling in your house, you use the money to repair. Then for 3 years, I live in that house. This man did not collect 1 naira from me. So today, what is happening? Why are politicians teaming up with these so-called traditional rulers and these area boys and their leaders? Why are they destroying Lagos?
Yeah, thank you.
Why are they doing this?
Thank you so much, Mr.
Mary, this is wrong. The police must arrest everybody that is involved, including that principal. They must take them to court and make sure they sentence them according to the law. Let's get the peace, I beg. Let's go out and vote. We don't want anybody, we don't want him. He did not do well, he did not do well. Let's try another person. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call to join the conversation. So after this call now, I'll start reading your messages. Hello.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Don't enter. Good morning to you. What's your name and your location?
My name is Mary. I'm calling from Alimosho.
Welcome, ma'am. Go ahead.
I want to talk about the oil concerning the Lekushi.
Yes.
In fact, Nigeria always does things at the wrong time. Why is it that in this time we are talking about oil? We don't know some people polling units are very far, and some people leave early as 4 or 3 to their polling unit. If now they are bringing oil. In fact, I don't know what is happening in Nigeria. Everybody was just doing anything they like in Nigeria, especially the Oba. It's not supposed to be so now at this hour.
Thank you, Madam Mary. No, I can hear you. I'm listening to you. Oh, thank you so much for calling. Now to the WhatsApp. Let's look at some of the messages we have. Then we'll come back to the phone line. Okay. Good morning, Mary. It will be very bad and barbaric if the Oro festival extends to Saturday, the election day. I enjoin the Oba of Allegushi to kindly keep to his promise and make sure that the Oro festival has nothing to do on the election day. Indigenes and non-indigenes should be free to exercise their franchise come this Saturday. From HRHBC Nwoko in Oshodi. Thank you so much for your message. Silas here. Silas from Isolo. Say, please, my fellow voters, try to charge your Android phones before coming out on the 18th March to vote so that you can do the following. Video the polling unit, if possible, your presiding officer during counting of votes, and make sure that your video capture the total votes scored by the party. Snap the result after it has been signed by the INEC official and party agents. Find a safe place to video the hoodlums that may come to scatter election ground or disrupt election in your polling unit. Insist the result is posted real time from your polling unit. Silas, thank you for your comprehensive message. Good morning, Mary. Please, as this upcoming Saturday election, there is one notorious man called Oladipo with his gang at 52 Aguda Surulere. He is always causing troubles and destroying of ballot papers. They need to lock up the man because he is causing a lot of trouble. I think you sent this message to me yesterday. Yeah, I think so. Mr. Nandi, thank you so much for your message. It's been investigated already. Good morning, presidential pools. Why Wike supported Tinubu? Because Tinubu promised Wike Minister of Petroleum, and we are watching Leo from Lagos. Where did you get that information? Nothing like that, oh. Well, thank you. Okay, another message. Good morning, Mary. For sending that child home from school, we are going to vote at APC in Lagos State. It wasn't APC that sent the child from school, oh. It's the principal. APC is gone. Okay, thank you so much for your message, KC Woha from Ojo Alaba. Appreciate. And then finally, before we go back to, we'll go to YouTube. Good morning, Mary. This current government has turned the face of politics upside down. A 10-year-old pupil sent home for wrapping book with ordinary postal paper. It's bad. And for the oral rights, the government of Lagos is the problem, not the king. I will urge the people to come out and vote at least to change 50% out of this term with our votes. Vote at least to change 50% out of this term with our votes. We really need change. Thank you and God bless. Thank you so much for your message. SON from Ikotu. Appreciate your message. Now we're moving to YouTube. We have Mama Obasui say, good morning, Mary. IPOB is not a terrorist group. If ranked IPOB number 10, what is the rank of headsman? Okay, thank you for the message. Another one from Chidi Osi A says, Wike is now very unpopular. He is fighting his last battle to save his face. He is already rejected by the River State. Now, thank you so much for all the messages. More are coming in. I'll take them later, but let's go back to the phone lines. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call to join the conversation. You are listening to the front page review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Mary, God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. The only thing that I just want to say is that
this Mr. Abayomi from Ilasa?
Abayomi from Ilasa, yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, go ahead.
Why do or die politics in Nigeria? Is this how it is everywhere? We need to ask ourselves, and what we are trying to do, we cover the truth and we start to follow another thing. And without truth, we can never reach anywhere. It's a pity that what is going on now is that majority of young people I don't know the reason why they will be following type of this thing. Tomorrow I pray that Nigeria will not be jeopardized. But where we are going, I don't know. And if it is this matter of Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, please, I don't pray for it. But if it is this that will say to us that it will bring peace, let peace reign. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you for calling, Mr. Bayomi. 0700 903 903 903. It's the phone number to call. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and location?
My name is Gabriel. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Mr. Gabriel, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to say something on that boy that was driven home from school.
Yes.
You see, tribalism is deeply rooted in the vein of most Nigerians, especially these Yoruba people. But at times, some of them are not like that. Some of them are very good. There's a case in the area where I live. A young girl from the east was having a psychiatric issue. She was taken to hospital. Some of her friends from this Yoruba land followed her. In fact, the way they handled that case, and then the way they showed love to that young girl made me to call one of them aside. I was asking her, "Where are you from? And what is the relationship between this lady and you?" She said she's just her friend, and this is a Yoruba lady, and then the other one from the east. So some of them are very, very, very good, but some of them are so tribalistic. But then you can't blame them. It is as a result of words that are spoken, some exclusive words that comes out from the mouth of our politicians that are dividing us. And I think it is high time we begin to actually hold some people responsible for what they say with their mouth, especially those in authority. They don't know the effect of certain words they speak. It can steer people up and set a whole nation on fire. Okay, so and there is something I want everybody in this country to raise their voice against. That is this thing they call immunity for governors and people in political offices. You see, that is the reason why they do anything they like and they get away with it. Once this immunity is removed, to the extent that somebody in authority can be held to answer for his misdeeds even while he's still in the office, you see that a lot of corruption must have dealt with.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you. Now, the issue of tribalism, I think it starts from the home, not just politicians now. When we start saying Omoibo, this one is from Yoruba, these Yoruba people, all these Hausa people, your children are listening to you. So it starts from the home, this tribalism. They're saying this people, don't mix with these people, don't marry these people. So it's from the home. If we start teaching our children that we are one, and we stop using those phrases of saying, this is Omoibo, this is a Yoruba person, Yoruba people are this, Hausa people are this. I think let's start from there, uniting our nation from the home front. Hello, good morning to you. Turn down the volume on your radio set. Oh my goodness, have you done that? Oh my goodness. When you call, turn down the volume on your radio set so we could hear you properly. 0700 903 903 903. Hello.
Hello, Mary. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome to the program. What's your name and location?
Yes. My name is Julius. Anyway, I'm calling from Allege.
Okay, welcome.
The truth, what I want to put checkmark in this racism or tribalism. I swear to God, if the government puts law in order, no matter who that say that law, and then they will discipline the person immediately, or take the person and put it where he's supposed to be and realize himself or herself. This tribalism will stop. But they're not doing anything. The government they are not even paying attention. His government has to touch people mind first before their parents. Their parents also need to touch, and government also touch the final. That's the whole truth. That's my own way I understand. They should deal with all this racism stuff. Government should help more than. Look at Wike now. Wike has forgotten the one he did the last on the 25th. Now he's preparing again, and he will come out and do it and go free. And nobody asks, who's ready to accept, who's ready to arrest Wike? Who's that kind of group that is supposed to arrest Wike? They're supposed to arrest him by now. And he's coming it again, planning again to come and jump and collect paper and mark paper and then dash it out to the people and go away. It's not helping us. They should arrest that man. Thank you very much. That's me.
Thank you so much for calling. Let's take more messages here. Let's make sure it will go around. Good morning, Mary. The drum of war that some people were beating in this country, they cannot dance it when it will start. Geoffrey from Mafaluko in Oshodi, thank you so much. It's true. If you are beating the drum for war, are you ready to dance to it? War is not a good thing at all. In fact, let's not go there. Good morning, Mary. I just want to say that these people have spent 24 years in Lagos State. Why can't they allow all the people? What is wrong with these people? My name is Joy from Isolo, and I have lived in Isolo for 30-something years. I have not seen much change from that time till now. All the roads in the estate is impossible. Thank you so much for sending your messages. 30-something years and the roads are the same. I appreciate your message this morning. Mary, good morning. Election is coming and they put Oro. Student wrapped her paper with Peter Obi poster and it's an offense. Mary, look at what we are seeing. Baba God hand is there. Undiluted bossman pepper them from Ilewe to Lagos. Let's us be wise. Thank you, bossman, for your message. Good morning, Mary. Please, will there be public holiday during the census coming up in May? I don't know yet. I think before then we'll get further instruction if there's going to be public holiday or not. Mary, good morning. That principal must be punished. Otherwise, others will do the same. Lady B from Ejigbo. Thank you, Lady B. Good morning, Mary. The crime Igbos committed was because they voted for a candidate of their choice. Gabi from Ojo. Oh, thank you. And let's see if I could take one more. Our time here is almost up. Good morning, Mary, and God bless VOP family. Bringing Oro Festival this time is ill-timed and unfortunate and looks like a calculated attempt to pursue or scare away some people from coming out to vote. Why this time? And if there is no ulterior motive, I think the urban needs to be cautioned. We'll advise Nigerians to please go out to vote for their preferred candidate. Nobody can intimidate anyone. Nigeria belongs to everyone. So Jibadejo from Ikpaja, thank you for that message. And finally, good morning. Please let this oral not be a distraction for the election. Okay, Nandi, thank you for your message. And I think we are done for today. Can't take more calls or messages. Our time is up. Thank you so much for being part of the program. Appreciate you. Tomorrow is Friday and I'll be here for another edition. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. Good to talk to you. But before I go, I want you to know that speaking as one voice, speaking as one, uniting and advancing our nation. Let's continue to speak as one as we unite and advance our nation.